Hi there and welcome to our video today. My name is Orla and I'm joined with Maria.
Hello.
And I'm also joined with Emmet.
Hey.
And we're all a part of this year's online project Truth Team, and we've also taken part in the previous year's roadshows as well. So we're all well used to taking a pro-life message and talking to different people about this issue. So one of the questions I'm sure we've all came across before, and it comes up quite often when we are on the roadshow, is, but what about in the case of rape? So this is a very sensitive issue to be talking to people about. So we do have to be careful in how we approach it and think through what we are saying. So in regards to this and thinking about that, how would you begin this conversation then, Maria?
So on such a sensitive topic, it's really important to show real compassion and empathy. And if you're talking to someone who has been the victim of rape, it's important to listen more than you talk. That's really key. And considering how terrible rape is, I think the punishment should be much harsher. So society should kind of push for that. It should be much harsher than it is right now. So.
Yeah, I do definitely think that compassion is important, and remembering the compassion not just towards the survivor of rape, but also towards the innocent child that's came into the world through that as well, and that their value isn't taken away because of how they came to be. I think, Emmet, you've got an important story in regards to that.
Yeah, because this is very close to my heart, because it might shock you, I used to be a pro-choicer. Yes, I was for abortion in the case of rape, which meant I was just for abortion. And I used to say that openly in class, in university and high school. I was a student says, oh yeah, in the case of rape, you should definitely have an abortion, because you can't have that girl looking at the face of her child and seeing her attacker each day and bringing those memories back. And so I said that, but next thing, one night, a late night, I must say it was a house party, and this girl said to me, her name was Pam. She says, Emmet, why did I deserve a death penalty for what my father did? And what are you talking about, Pam? And she says, well, like my father raped my mother, and that's how I was conceived. But like, why should I be punished for what he did? Like, she goes, I don't know who he is. He's a creep. I don't want to know who he is. Why should I be punished? And I'm like, well, I'm not really saying that. She goes, well, you are. I'm like, well, okay, I'm sorry. So then I stopped talking, and to be honest, that led me to look at abortion with a whole new set of eyes. I just, and the more I looked into abortion, the more I saw like it just was, it's not a good thing at all. And then I've come to that conclusion is that yes, I hate rape. It's a terrible violence against an innocent human being. So I think it's the worst thing. But now I also hate abortion because it's a terrible violence against an innocent human being. I just don't want violence for any human beings.
Yeah, I think it's important to remember the parallel of the evil of rape and abortion. If you get anything you'd like to add, Maria?
Yeah, another point is that abortion actually helps the rapist more than the rape victim, because it gets rid of the evidence of the crime that has been committed. Like, that's obviously the child. And for the rape victim, the mental and physical side effects can be really dangerous as well down the road. Like, it might seem like a good choice at the time, but down the road it can be really dangerous. So.
Or it might have seemed like their only choice at the time. And like as you say, they're like, at a young age, like, why is a 12-year-old pregnant? And then that raises a question. So you have to investigate, and then that could be the pregnancy could be the reason that person is saved from a longer time of abuse and sexual violence. And just on that, I actually have a real life story, because as I feel like the real life stories, that's who we should be listening to. I have here this beautiful Liana. So Liana here, let me see, here she is. So Liana Robeldo, go back to Liana. So Liana here, she was, go back. She was, previous, sorry. Here you go. And here's Liana. So what happened was with Liana, at 12 years of age, she's abducted and brutally and repeatedly raped by two guys in Mexico City. She was then left for dead at the side of the road. And but thank goodness she was found. She was brought to the hospital, but as she was being cared for in the hospital, the doctor and nurse found out that she was pregnant. And doctor said to her, said, like, abortion is your right. You should have an abortion. And a 12-year-old Liana simply asked the doctor, would the abortion heal all the hurt and pain she now feels and all the flashbacks that she's experiencing? And the doctor said, well, no, it's not going to heal anything, but you just won't be pregnant. But as Liana said, if it doesn't heal anything, I don't see the point. All I know, she says, is there's another little person growing inside of me, and I want to be there for her, and I want to give her a choice. I give her a chance in life. So Liana did that. She actually kept her baby, and courageously. And now Liana's 35, her daughter's 23. She says, I can't imagine my life without her. She's her best friend. It also makes it more incredible is that Liana, she found out later in life that she is now infertile. She was hurt and damaged after that terrible attack, and now she can't have any more children. So the only time she will ever be pregnant was with her child after she was brutally raped. So we should definitely listen to these real life stories, because they definitely need to be heard. I didn't hear any of those stories when I was in school, and there's plenty of them at the Save the One website. If you look up that website, it's amazing, the heroic stories of all these women from different circumstances.
Yeah, I think as you're saying, it is important, especially in this kind of question and this topic, to remember the people and the stories. Like as you were saying, Save the One, that comes from people in these situations are often just talked about as a statistic. They're not talked about as people. Less than or roughly 1% of abortions are carried out because of rape. So we need to remember the people behind these stories. And I find, especially when you're talking to people out in the streets, or if you're talking to people online, people resonate a lot more with stories and with real people than they do with statistics as well. So they're always important to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, and as we see, like with Liana, that the baby, the pregnancy brought healing, and whereas often in the abortion would bring extra trauma to a girl, and we just don't want that.
Yeah, it's important to remember that healing won't come through having an abortion. It just kind of masks up a problem that will always be there. So it's important to remember that, and just show complete compassion, as Maria was saying at the start, towards everyone involved. We are pro-life. We care about everyone in this situation, how heartbreaking it is, and everyone in this situation deserves to be loved, respected, and valued, which is important to remember everyone. So thank you all very much for joining me today. It's been a bit different this year doing the roadshow online, not being able to go out, but it's still been nice to be able to speak to people, and more importantly, be able to get that pro-life message still out there, just in a different way than what we normally do.
Bye.
So bye.